They are one of the most globally recognizable and sought-after dog breeds on the planet. Families everywhere gravitate toward them for their happy, social, and affectionate personalities. Much of that friendly public image comes from a specific pop culture icon, a lazy, daydreaming cartoon dog who spends his days sleeping on top of a red doghouse. Because they typically weigh under 14 kilograms and have an undeniably cute appearance, there is a common assumption that they are simple, low-effort pets. It's easy to look at them and expect a dog that will sit perfectly still and follow every command with minimal work. In reality, they carry a moderate to high ownership difficulty rating. Without the right structure, they are prone to loud howling, digging up the yard, and staging elaborate escapes. Almost every single physical and mental trait of this breed is engineered for one specific purpose: high-stakes biological tracking. These tracking capabilities are so elite that Beagles patrol international airports for U.S. Customs and Border Protection, working to identify illegal agricultural contraband. Every frustrating and lovable trait you encounter with this breed stems directly from one single unstoppable feature: their world-class nose. This intense biological focus was intentionally developed centuries ago in the rural English countryside. These dogs were bred to function as pack scenthounds, moving as a single coordinated unit across massive stretches of land. Their specific job was to drop their noses to the dirt and track fast-moving targets like wild rabbits and small game over vast distances for hours at a time. That history translates directly into the modern home. Because they spent generations working closely with other dogs and humans, they are intensely social animals that naturally thrive in busy households with children and other pets. This extreme sociability is hardwired into their DNA, a surviving legacy of the cooperative spirit required for pack hunting. But that same DNA also leads to the single most common complaint from owners: Beagles are notoriously difficult to train. This diagram of a dog's brain shows why. The olfactory section, the part dedicated to processing smells, is massive, while the auditory section, for hearing commands, is significantly smaller. When a beagle picks up a fresh scent trail, those olfactory receptors can effectively mute auditory input. They aren't intentionally ignoring you. Their brain is simply prioritizing a biological imperative over your voice. Working with this scent override requires highly engaging positive reinforcement. You have to make the training reward more valuable than the smells in the environment, which requires a massive amount of patience. This is why letting a beagle off-leash in an open area before their recall command is perfect is a major risk. If they catch a scent, they will follow it, often becoming completely deaf to your calls. Safely containing that wandering drive at home requires tall, secure, gapless wooden fencing to prevent them from slipping out to follow a squirrel. What humans perceive as stubbornness is actually exactly what they were engineered to do: maintain an unbroken, purpose-bred focus on a single trail. Managing that focus requires a strict daily requirement of 1 to 1.5 hours of exercise. Standard pavement walks are rarely enough. They need active exploration and scent games to truly tire out their minds. Without this outlet, that pent-up energy turns destructive. An under-exercised dog will quickly resort to digging up gardens, pacing restlessly, and letting out their famous deep-chested howl. While their exercise needs are high, their physical maintenance is remarkably low. Their short coats only require occasional brushing, and they have very minimal needs for bathing. There is, however, one major health risk directly tied to their powerful nose: obesity. Because they are highly motivated scavengers, that nose is constantly searching for the next meal. You will often find them pushing through deep fallen autumn leaves or trash to find a snack, meaning their diet requires strict portion control. Maintaining a beagle's health depends on the owner's constant vigilance over the dog's bottomless appetite and their relentless search for scents and scraps. Beagles bring an immense amount of joy into a home. They have bright, playful personalities and require very little effort in terms of professional grooming. But those benefits come with a commitment to high attention levels, significant daily physical effort, and a high tolerance for loud vocalization. Anyone looking for a quiet, low-effort dog that offers instant, perfect obedience should consider a different breed. The ideal owner is part of an active family or social household that is ready to engage daily with a highly capable, nose-led animal. It requires a shift in perspective. A walk with a beagle is less about a rigid march for exercise and more about a shared, zigzagging exploration of the world. Embracing the beagle's curious and sometimes chaotic nature leads to a relationship with one of the most uniquely spirited and rewarding companions a family can have.